everyone, welcome to another episode of the Joe Parry Show. Today I have with me Bob Camel. He's going to tell us a little bit about himself and why he's on the show today. So go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself, Bob.
Well, as he said, my name is Bob Camel. I'm 21 years old. I'm a senior over at the University of South Florida.
And I heard you're the president of the College Republicans at USF. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yes, I am. I recently became that president just a few months ago. And we meet on campus every week. We talk about current political issues. We talk about why we believe what we believe. We'll also be attending the Conservative Political Action Conference in Washington, D.C. this late February.
Okay, great. Okay, Bob, I heard that you did a interview with MSNBC with Katie Tur on campus where you represented the College Republicans. Can you tell us a little bit about that interview and how you represented your club?
That is correct. Yes, I was on with the president of the College Democrats as well as the president of the Black Student Union, and we talked all about the issues that are driving each of our clubs and what gets us all out to the polls. Among them were like political polarization in this country, healthcare especially, which as they talked about at MSNBC that day, they were kind of surprised about that such young people were so passionate about healthcare, and we each gave our take on it.
Okay, great. All right. Well, yeah, I saw that interview, and I thought you actually did a pretty good job considering the competition there. And so, what did you think of Katie Tur? She seemed pretty nice.
She was. I know that she definitely is kind of opposite in terms of views to me, but she actually was quite nice about it. And she was very welcoming to me and my club. She did later on do a short interview with my executive director as well. And as she met everyone from my club that was in attendance that day, and she actually treated each of them very well.
Very cool, very interesting. So I wanted to ask you, what are some of your views on the current political climate in the country today?
Well, I believe that in the country today we are very divided, a lot more than we need to be. I think people are very passionate about what they believe in, which I don't have a problem with. I too am very passionate, but it shouldn't be driving a divide between people in this country. And
do you think there should be some sort of effort to come together?
There should be common ground. I believe what we need to try to find. And well, as for the political atmosphere as well, I think that one thing that's also going a step too far is that nowadays people are expecting businesses to take a stand on certain political views as well. Like it was Nike, right, that did that thing with Kaepernick. And the right had a big uproar over that. The left praised them as a hero. And it's like, personally, I just think business should just stay out of it, because even if the business stands for one view, you can't account for every single worker in that business. So just let people believe what they believe and let them live their lives in our country.
Right. Okay. So I wanted to ask you another question. How do you think that the Robert Mueller investigation is going to affect the Trump presidency moving forward?
I think that it might have an effect on Trump's reputation, if he even has one anymore in the eyes of some people. I believe that I do believe, though, that it is kind of a witch hunt. I believe that every investigation into him has kind of been one ever since he took office, because many people don't want to admit that he is the president, so they're looking for any ways to derail it.
In terms of validity of the election you're speaking of?
Exactly. But that's my opinion, though. I believe that...
So would you say, from your standpoint, that it would be maybe in his best interest to just focus on the issues and tasks at hand, since he has to just let the investigation kind of play out anyways?
there's really nothing much else that he can do. He's got to do the job to the best of his ability. The only thing I can say, though, is that it would be nice if people got out of his way, for one thing, and also if they were willing to work with him more. Like, as I say about common ground, now understand, I think Trump also needs a lesson on this, but so do some others. Like, we could be on the verge of a government shutdown, let me say, and it's all because they're not willing.
The wall.
Exactly. And I mean, the whole reason for it, though, if you think about it, is because they're not willing to go for common ground. And so that's what everyone needs to understand.
Yeah.
And I think that people need to be willing to work with Trump more so that they can find the common ground. I think that Trump needs to be a little bit more tactful sometimes, but I also think that people need to let him do his job.
Well, I think it will be maybe a trying year for him in 2019. Then we got the election coming up in 2020. Do you have any thoughts on that?
Well, I don't know exactly how the 2020 election is going to go, but all I know is that myself and my friends from this side of the spectrum will be out and doing what we can to keep going down this road as a country. I mean, and also doing what we can to improve our party and also improve the country. And we don't know exactly what that's going to entail, but we want to do what's best for the country. And right now we believe that we're going down a better road than we were before.
All right. Well, you heard it straight from the source. Bob Camel, president of College Republicans at USF. I think you wrapped it up nicely. Thank you very much for being on the show. It was a pleasure having you. All right. That's it for this episode of The Joe Parry Show. All right, everyone. Thank you for watching another episode of The Joe Parry Show. We got a very insightful conservative view from our friend Bob Camel. Please go to my channel Joe Parry on YouTube, Parry, where you will find episodes of The Joe Parry Show. And if you like what you see, click subscribe. Now, a word from one of our sponsors. This episode has been brought to you by SK Landscaping.